खलीफा के हम हैं खलीफा हमारा, वो दिल है हमारा आका हमारा, हमारा हमारा खलीफा हमारा, वो दिल है हमारा आका हमारा, वो दिल है हमारा आका हमारा।
Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, and welcome to This Week with Huzur. We are honored to present highlights of a mulaqat with Khuddam from the USA. In addition, beloved Huzur, Ayyadahullah Ta'ala Banasihil Aziz, graciously granted an audience to Mr. Mubelwa Kairuki, the High Commissioner of Tanzania to the UK. We begin with Sunday's mulaqat, where Hazrat Khalifatul Masih Ayyadahullah Ta'ala Banasihil Aziz graciously met with members of Worldwide Ahmadiyya from the USA.
On the 11th of January, Khuddam from the southwest region of the United States were blessed to have a mulaqat with Hazrat Khalifatul Masih V, Ayyadahullah Ta'ala Banasihil Aziz. The Khuddam had travelled especially to pray behind Hazrat Amirul Mu'mineen and for the mulaqat, which took place in Islamabad. During the mulaqat, the Khuddam all had the opportunity to introduce themselves and were able to ask questions on a range of religious and contemporary issues affecting the youth.
I have been blessed with the opportunity to be the current guide, the Phoenix.
And are you a student or doing some job?
No, professionally, I am a senior risk analyst for a large electric utility company in Arizona.
Risk analyst.
A risk analyst, ji.
Achha. So what is the biggest risk at present in the United States? That is your president.
It's a very great question. Right now,
the biggest risk is your president.
The Khadim also had the opportunity to ask Hazrat Khalifatul Masih a question in relation to the demise of his father.
You know his character, you like his character, you know his service to the Jama'at, you know his behavior towards fellow beings, and you know what were his desires, wishes about his children. So you should try to fulfill his desire and follow the footsteps of his character and behavior. This is how you can, actually comfort his soul in the paradise, right? And pray for him. Okay?
जी जज़ाकल्लाह।
मेरी उम्र 15 साल है और मैं इस वक्त 10वीं जमात में पढ़ रहा हूँ। मैं अपनी 5 वक्त की नमाज पाबंदी से अदा करता हूँ, बाकायदगी से कुरान करीम की तिलावत करता हूँ, मस्जिद जाता हूँ और तायर अकेडमी में खिदमत भी अंजाम देता हूँ। ताहम एक इंट्रोवर्ट होने की वजह से मुझे स्कूल और मस्जिद में लोगों से मेल जोल में दुश्वारी महसूस होती है।
So you feel shy. Not that you don't like it. You like it but you feel shy.
जी
ठीक है, यही होता है ना। तो कॉन्फिडेंस पैदा करो अपने अंदर। अहमदी को तो बड़ा कॉन्फिडेंट होना चाहिए ताकि लोगों को बताए। अगर हम कॉन्फिडेंट नहीं होंगे, हमारा एक्सपोजर सही नहीं होगा, लोगों से इंटरेक्शन नहीं होगा, तो फिर तबलीग किस तरह होगी। ठीक है, नमाज़ें पढ़ो, अल्लाह का हक़ अदा करे, बड़ी अच्छी बात है, लेकिन नमाज़ों में दुआ किया करो अल्लाह ताला से कि अल्लाह ताला मेरे में ये जो कमी है, कमज़ोरी है, तो इसको भी दूर करे और मैं सही तरह कॉन्फिडेंट हो के लोगों से बात कर सकूं।
जी
ठीक है, दुआ किया करो।
जी
ठीक है ना।
Huzur, can the wisdom of the prophets or caliph be compared to the IQ level of the scientists like Albert Einstein? And how can we prove that the wisdom of the caliph is greater than the worldly intelligent people?
You cannot compare or put this at equal level prophets and the caliph. Prophets are obviously guided by Allah Ta'ala in every respect, but caliphs are not in every matter, in every respect. Sometimes they can make mistakes, but if the matter is with regards to the matters of Jamaat's affair, if he makes any mistake, it will not cause harm to the Jamaat. Allah Ta'ala will make in such a way that the things will be rectified, or it will not leave the bad effect on the people. Right? As far as the scientists are concerned, any person who works hard, who uses his brain, that is also the blessing of Allah Ta'ala, that Allah Ta'ala has blessed a scientist with a good brain and is hardworking and is always pondering over some issues or some things which whenever he feel that he should ponder over it, then Allah Ta'ala gives the result of it. So, as far as the spirituality concerned, these scientists who are not religious minded, they are just working on one line. That is the worldly thing and the use of their brain, which is also the gift of Allah Ta'ala. And when they are working hard and using their brain, that is the ultimate result of their hard working and using their brain. And Allah Ta'ala bless them with the good results, and they prove some things. But there are some scientists like Dr. Abdul Salam, who was religious minded. He was not only scientist, he had Nobel Prize, right? But he says that I had guidance from the Holy Quran. And he says there are hundreds of verses in the Holy Quran which guided me with respect to my research. So two laws are working. Law of Sharia, law of nature. Law of nature says if you are using your mind, hard working, you will get the result. Law of Sharia says that if you are using your mind, you will have two blessings. One blessing of Allah Ta'ala with regards to your religion, and the other is using your mind and getting good results out of your effort.
When someone passes away, does Allah judge them right away, or did he have to wait for a day of judgment?
You see, whenever a person is doing good deeds, whenever he passes, he will go straight into the paradise. Though the initial stage of paradise, like not at the higher status. And those who are doing bad deeds, they will go to hell. They will have their punishment. Not that after death you will be left in a waiting room to wait till the day of judgment. That is after 100,000 years. Whenever it comes, we don't know. That what will be the sense of doing good things. If you are going to wait for a longer time period and not getting your reward immediately, why should we do good deeds? Allah says, you good deeds, I will put you in heaven. But at the day of judgment, then Allah Ta'ala will call all of the souls again, right? And then He will decide then those who have done good deeds in this world, they had some benefit or some reward in the paradise at the first stage, and they will be given better reward in the next stage of paradise. Those who have done bad deeds and they were put in the hell, and they have completed their punishment in the hell, which Allah has decided that Allah will forgive them and put them into heaven. And those who have done so much bad deeds that they need more punishment to be given, then Allah Ta'ala will give them in another stage of hell. So as soon as a person passes away, he gets the reward or the punishment. But at the day of judgment, that will be reconsidered, and then at that time Allah Ta'ala will either give you better reward or more punishment, or those who are going to hell, forgive them and then put them into heaven. To understand this philosophy, I think you study the philosophy of the teaching of Islam, right? Hazrat Mirza Masroor Ahmed has written in this book, I think second or third question is about it. So you can better understand it. Even I have answered this question in detail to some people, and that has been published in the Al-Hakam. You can read from there.
Huzoor, when you read letters from children around the world, what aspect of their words bring you the greatest joy and happiness?
Sometimes I do not understand what they are saying. But only they are letters, so just to appreciate them, I just say, Allah Ta'ala bless you. But anyway, I am happy that there are quite a number of children who write to me and express their sentiments, those who have some understanding. And there are some young children, they just put some lines and their parents say, they actually try to interpret. I don't know that interpretation, what they are giving, is in the minds of the parents, or it was actually the child who said this thing to the parents. So anyway, I feel happy that at least there are children who are attached to the Jama'at and who are attached to the Khilafat and respect it, and then they ask for prayers and they believe in Allah Ta'ala. And so this is why I always ask the parents that at the early childhood or even up to the age of 14, 15, girls or boys, they are well attached to the Jama'at. Then after 15, 16, they are not that much attached as they were in the past. So you should be regular in having interactive sitting with them so that they remain attached to the Jama'at. Okay?
Jazakallah.
As a parent, what age of your children was most tough to handle, and how did you deal with any difficult situations with them?
I didn't feel any difficult situation. So if you are having a good relation with your children, they will follow your instructions. So children should have this confidence that parents are our friend. And whatever we say, they will listen to it. And if we are in difficulty, they will solve our problem. So if they have that much confidence, if you have developed that confidence among those children, then you will not face any difficulty in training them in future at any age. But as I have said, after the age of 15, because of the environment, there are quite a number of children who deviate from the basic teaching and morality which Islam requires. So at that age you should keep more eye on your children. But try to be friendly with your children after the age of 15.
Beloved Huzoor, my question is, how can I as a young teenager stay away from evils that are easy to fall into? And additionally, how can we remain steadfast in our faith when presented with such challenges?
You know what is evil and what is good,
Jesus.
Right? Then you can try to avoid those things which are not good. And if you are reading the Holy Quran, if you are reading the religious books, literature, and if you are listening to the khutbahs, at least I have been delivering every Friday, you would know that what are the good things, what are the bad things, how can we avoid them. If you are offering 5 daily prayers, Allah Ta'ala says, and it is Allah Ta'ala's promise, that if you are fervently offering your prayer, I will save you from all the bad things, right? Despite the fact that Satan has challenged that I will try to deviate every person, every moment from the right path. But if you are praying to Allah Ta'ala, that Allah Ta'ala, keep me on the right path, Allah Ta'ala will keep you on the right path. So this is why in the Surah Fatiha we always say, Ihdina as-siratal mustaqim. Allah Ta'ala, guide me on the right path. Right? So if you are repeatedly praying this prayer, then Allah Ta'ala will save you. And you yourself, Allah Ta'ala has given you fertile brain. You can think on it, what are good and bad, you know already. Your question says that you know what is good and bad. Then, when you know, then avoid the bad things and do good things. And also leave the bad society. If your friends are not good, don't go to them again. If some of them are involved in addiction and some other things, then leave them. Don't give too much time on seeing your iPad or television or such type of programs, right? Daily, offer 5 daily prayers, read the Holy Quran, and pray to Allah Ta'ala that Allah Ta'ala save you from all these bad things.
One of the Khuddam in attendance asked Hazrat Amirul Mu'mineen what career a Waqf-e-Nau Khadim should pursue other than becoming a missionary.
You can be murabbi, doctor, teacher, engineer, lawyer, or any field you deem appropriate for yourself. Now you can serve the Jamaat in whichever field you choose. In any capacity you can serve the Jamaat, if you are determined that you are going to serve the Jamaat. But after having completed your education and getting job and having good and lucrative job, then you say, no, now I am very much busy in my worldly affairs, then you cannot serve. Otherwise, if you are determined that you are going to serve the Jamaat, then of course you can serve. Whatever career you can serve the Jamaat in any capacity.
As the mulaqat concluded, the Khuddam all had the opportunity to have a picture with Hazrat Amirul Mu'mineen. A day earlier, Mr. Mbelwa Kairuki, the High Commissioner of Tanzania to the United Kingdom, and his political attaché had the opportunity to have a meeting with Hazrat Khalifatul Masih. During the meeting, Hazrat Amirul Mu'mineen discussed the country's development.
But Your Holiness, we really thank you for the support. Humanity First has been supporting a lot in Tanzania and the social services, education, health, water.
I last visited Tanzania a long time ago in 2005.
Yes.
And I traveled from Dar es Salaam to Morogoro.
Yes.
And then to Dodoma.
Yes.
And we were installing our hand pumps there for population. But your agriculture depends on rain only, the whole rain-fed area.
Yes.
No irrigation facility.
No.
But you have rivers there. You can make some small dams and reservoirs just so develop without water, because when there's rain, then there's plenty of rain.
Yes.
Then you can collect water.
It's true.
So that is called water harvest.
Yes.
So you should also do that.
Yeah, that's what we're planning to do. It's one of the agenda of the government for this coming 5 years. We really need your continued prayer to the world peace, because now the world with geopolitics, a lot of confusion going around.
So now, not only that the world is standing at the verge of world war, but it has already started.
Yes.
Yes. The peak of the world war will be in 28 or 29. I don't know. And then Africa continent will also be saved at that time, I think. If these Western powers don't have any Western interest there, then you will be saved. And then Allah Ta'ala will give you the chance to develop your country and rehabilitate the world.
Yes.
So let us see how far you fulfill your responsibility and duty at that time. Tell your people that the time is coming for them to rule the world.
We will.
It needs honesty, hard work, and submission to Allah Ta'ala, the God, the Almighty.
We coexist very peacefully. One of the countries that have peaceful coexistence.
Though local people try to live peacefully and they don't create disturbance, but outsiders, those who have their Western interests, and they want to control the natural resources of the third world countries, they are actually creating all this trouble.
It's true.
So since you grow cotton there.
Yes.
Do you have a textile industry there?
We do, but it's not that big. We need to expand.
So you develop textile industry there.
Yeah, and we really need it because it can create more jobs.
Thus it will create more jobs. If your politicians are honest and government is serious to develop the country, then I think you have natural resources and other income sources to develop your country.
As the meeting concluded, they had the opportunity to have a picture with Hazrat Khalifatul Masih.
It was a very rewarding meeting as we had a chance to learn a lot from His Holiness. He gave us a word of wisdom regarding global issues, regarding peace, regarding unity. But also we talked about developmental issues. He was very keen to learn about progress in Tanzania, projects that are happening, infrastructure, agriculture. Mainly people-centered development has been his keen interest to learn more about Africa. But also we talked about the kind of support that Ahmadiyya community through Humanity First has been providing to Tanzanians. Well, first of all, I was very much impressed. His Holiness is very well briefed about the situation around the world. And one good advice that is given to the African continent is to be independent, to be ready to take its rightful position, to be able to stand on their own, because under the current global trends, Africa has a good chance of being a leader in the global arena because we do have resources, people, which is important ingredients, but also natural resources that we're endowed, be it critical minerals, be it oil and gas, and other agricultural resources, which are very much in need around the world. So our job is to be diligent, to work hard, but also pray to God so that He can bless our people to do the right thing.
Those were highlights from just some of Beloved Huzur's activities over the past week. We now end with our final segment, the Friday Sermon Summary.
In today's Friday sermon, Huzoor, may Allah be his helper, spoke regarding the Holy Prophet ﷺ's love for Allah Almighty. Huzoor, may Allah be his helper, narrated several incidents regarding his intense love and devotion towards worship.
Hazrat Mughira bin Shaba फरमाते हैं कि रसूल करीम सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम नमाज के लिए खड़े हुआ करते थे तो इतनी देर तक खड़े रहते कि आपके कदम या पिंडलियां सूज जाती थीं. लोग जब आपको कहते कि आप ऐसा क्यों करते हैं तो आप जवाब देते कि क्या मैं शुक्रगुजार बंदा ना बनूं. अल्लाह अल्लाह, क्या इश्क है, क्या मोहब्बत है, क्या प्यार है. खुदा ताला की याद में खड़े होते हैं और अपने तन बदन का होश नहीं रहता. खून का दौरान नीचे की तरफ शुरू हो जाता है और आपके पाँव मुतवर्रम हो जाते हैं, लेकिन मोहब्बत इस तरफ ख्याल ही नहीं जाने देती. आस-पास के लोग देखकर हैरान हो जाते हैं कि ये क्या करते हैं. वो आपके दर्द से तकलीफ़ महसूस कर रहे होते हैं. लोग जो इर्द गिर्द के आपको इस तरह मुतवज्जो करते हैं कि आप ये क्या करते हैं और क्यों अपने आप को इस तकलीफ़ में डालते हैं और इस कदर दुख उठाते हैं. आखिर कुछ तो अपनी सेहत और अपने आराम का भी ख्याल करना चाहिए. मगर वो दुख जो लोगों को बेचैन कर देता है और जिससे देखने वाले मुतासर हो जाते हैं, आप पर कुछ असर नहीं करता. इबादत में कुछ सुस्ती करने और आइंदा इस कदर लंबा अरसा अपने रब की याद में खड़ा रहना तर्क करने के बजाय आप उनकी इस बात को नापसंद करते हैं और उन्हें जवाब देते हैं कि क्या मैं खुदा का शुक्रगुजार बंदा न बनूं. वो मुझ पर इस कदर एहसान करता है, इस कदर फजल करता है, इस शफ़क़त के साथ मुझसे पेश आता है, फिर क्या उसके इस हुस्न सलूक के बदले में उसके नाम का विर्द ना करूं, इसकी बंदगी में कोताही शुरू कर दूं. क्या इखलास से भरा और कैसी शुक्रगुजारी ज़ाहिर करने वाला ये जवाब है और किस तरह आपके कल्ब मुताहर के जज्बात को खोल कर पेश कर देता है.
Towards the end of his sermon, Huzoor, may Allah be his helper, also requested prayers for Jalsa Salana Bangladesh, which begins today.
आज बांग्लादेश की जमात का जलसा भी हो रहा है, वहाँ मुखालफत भी काफ़ी होती है. उनके लिए भी दुआ करें अल्लाह ताला हम सबको अपनी हिफाज़त में रखे और उनका जलसा भी खैर खूबी इख्ताम पजीर हो.